the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us on DC News Now. I'm Shanika Grimshaw. We're going to get to your top stories in just a minute, but first we want to check in with weather with meteorologist Scott Sumner. Now, Scott, it's going to rain later today, and we're feeling hot and humid now.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, that is going to be a similar case, not just today here, Shanika, but over the next couple of afternoons as well, with some storms in the forecast just about every single day. Now, first, take a look here at planning your day here, starting at the noon hour and rolling through till 8 o'clock in the evening. Now, there's an opportunity of seeing some early showers around noon or so, but better chance at 4 and 8 o'clock here in the DMV, and specifically in and around the Beltway and also the Fairfax and Arlington region. Here are our future temperatures here. We're looking at a front slicing on through, and I hate to say cooling down, but we do cool down a little bit tonight, although it will be humid out there, and then we get right back at it with highs on Tuesday up around 90 degrees. Stick around. I'll have your full 7-day forecast coming up, or 8-day forecast coming up in just a few moments.
All right, sounds good, Scott. Happening today, the D.C. City Council has unveiled its version of the 2026 fiscal year budget just ahead of its first vote happening later on today. But it does include some significant changes to some of the mayor's proposals in her version of the budget that was released last month after weeks of delay. The revised budget includes what Chairman Phil Mendelson calls a compromise on Initiative 82, impacting tipped worker wages and funding for a possible RFK Stadium project. And DC's shadow representative, Dr. Oye Owelewa, says he's particularly concerned about the budget's impact on the health outcomes of DC's working class and seniors. Owelewa and other progressive leaders are planning to hold a rally outside of the Wilson building today. And in the district, a teenage boy died following a crash on I-295 Saturday night. That's according to police. And the car he was in was reportedly stolen. Police say officers responded to 295 near Suitland Parkway just after 9 p.m. There they found the car, and that's with the teen inside. And authorities say they attempted life-saving measures, but he died on scene. Police say a man and another teenage boy ran off after the crash, but were both arrested not long after. It's not clear who was driving at the time of the crash. And following heartbreaking news last week when a 3-year-old girl was shot and killed in D.C. The man accused of killing Honesty Cheadle faces a judge, and that was on Saturday. 24-year-old Charles Rucker will stay in jail after the judge denied him bond. He didn't enter a plea during the hearing in Superior Court, and according to documents, they say Rucker fired several shots into the car Honesty Cheadle was in during the early morning hours of July 5th near 14th Street in Southeast. Friends say Honesty and her family were about to go home from a 4th of July party. Investigators say surveillance video captures Rucker as he fired before he went into a nearby apartment building and then reportedly came back and picked up items from the ground. Investigators believe those were spent cartridge casings. Police reported no other injuries. And Rucker was charged with first-degree murder while armed, and he could be sentenced to life in prison without parole if convicted. And turning now to Maryland, Hyattsville police say a dog bit a mail carrier on Saturday. It happened on 35th Place. And police say the dog got out of a home and bit the mail carrier. Now, the injuries, they had minor injuries, and they're expected to be okay. But police say they issued a civil citation, and the dog is now quarantined. And with some strong storms moving through the DMV, DC Fire says lightning hit an apartment building in Northeast yesterday, and part of the roof is now damaged. Crews say it happened at the corner of 3rd Street Northeast and U Street. That was around 3 p.m. Building inspectors also got called out to inspect the building for other damage, and thankfully no one was injured. Lightning and brief flooding are not the only ways the weather was impacted here in the DMV. Hundreds of passengers are feeling the impact of Mother Nature. DC News Now's Dave Laval has the update from the travel nightmare.
We have 2 words for you if you're trying to fly out of Reagan National Airport Sunday night. Good luck. Nearly all flights delayed or canceled. Displays in the terminal share the bad news. Weather in other parts of the country is to blame for the interruption in service. The flight tracking website FlightAware recorded at least 150 cancellations Sunday at Reagan National, along with nearly 400 delays. Dr. Taisha Chavis is among those whose flight did not go out Sunday night. She's heading to Cincinnati to see family. Most people would be upset by a cancellation. Not Chavis.
Before I came to the airport, I was at a spa, so I'm like really relaxed, and I refuse to let anything disrupt my day. So I'm just here, looking at booking a hotel, and my flight has been rescheduled to tomorrow morning, so I'll be back tomorrow morning, and hopefully I'll be able to, board the flight.
Dulles International recorded at least 275 delays with 21 cancellations. Baltimore Washington International saw 317 delays and 36 cancellations. Monday is expected to be a hectic makeup day for the airlines. The best advice is call your airline before you go to the airport. At Reagan National Airport, Dave Laval, DC News Now.
In the district, tomorrow is the Ward 8 special election, and today is the last day for early voting. This is to fill Councilmember Trayon White's seat, and that's the former council member. The council expelled White in February after he was charged with accepting a bribe, but he wants his old job back and is now on the ballot. His trial is happening next year, and White is up against 3 other Democrats. Voting centers open at 7 tomorrow morning. And D.C. leaders are bringing Eastern Market to Reagan National Airport. District leaders will be holding an opening ceremony for the Eastern Market retail store this morning at DCA. And it'll feature a variety of products from D.C. vendors. And that ceremony, that'll start at 11. And as the sun goes in and out this week, don't forget to lather your little ones with sunscreen. But with so many options, which ones are the best? A Prince George's County pediatrician breaks it all down for us. And DC News Now's Chris Flanagan got to speak with her in this week's What's Going Around.
The physical sunscreen is the zinc oxide or titanium oxide products. When you put it on, it leaves a white film on your face or wherever you apply it. What it does is it simply serves as a barrier. It is a shield to protect against the sun's harmful rays. This is the product that we recommend for younger children. For older children and for individuals who don't have any skin issues like extremely dry skin or eczema, they can use a chemical sunscreen. These products are applied to the skin and actually absorb the sun's harmful rays, sort of like a sponge, if you will. You want to use 30 or higher. The SPF is just an indication of how well protected your skin is with using a sunscreen. As an example, an SPF of 30 lets us know that you are 30 times more likely to be protected against sunburn than if you didn't use sunscreen at all.
How often should we be reapplying sunscreen to our children?
Excellent question. In terms of reapplication of sunscreen, it depends on 2 things. The first is, are they going out in the water? If they go out in the water, you're going to want to reapply that sunscreen the minute they come back on the sand or back on land. If they've been out for a long period of time, you want to pay attention to reapplication after about an hour or 2, really depending on the SPF. The higher the SPF, the more time you have in terms of having to reapply. But even if you're using an SPF of around 50 to 70, you still want to reapply it every 2 hours or so, because we're also outside sweating, and a lot of that sunscreen comes off when we sweat.
You know, in addition to lotions, we see sticks now are very popular for children. Do you recommend those, and how well do they work?
Very good question in terms of using the stick applicators. As long as parents pay very close attention to the coverage of the stick, it works just as well as the kind that you apply with your hand. What I have found both from personal use and from recommendations from families is that if you're not paying good attention to where that stick is hitting the skin, you can miss spots, which is why, especially for the little ones, we want to get as much surface area as we can, and we recommend that cream. But if you're using the stick, just pay attention to where it's hitting the skin to make sure you get full coverage.
All right, great information as always. Dr. Hancock, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, good tips there, but you know, they're talking about using sunscreen, but it doesn't look like we're going to need that with the rain, and then we have a flood watch. Scott.
Well, you'll be surprised, Shanika. The sun is powerful and the sun's rays coming through. Even though there are clouds out there, you can still get sunburn. But needless to say, you're right. There is a flood watch in effect. Plenty of low clouds this morning with some fog. And this aerial flood watch will go through till midnight. Starts at 2 o'clock this afternoon, and it covers all the counties here, including Arlington and Fairfax County. Now, our futurecast picks up on showers and storms developing throughout the mid and late afternoon period, as noted here. Shown between 4 and 7 o'clock. That's when some of the heaviest hitters here with some boomers are going to impact the area, and that doesn't continue straight through east of I-95 and towards southern Maryland and places up towards Baltimore and Annapolis there, across Chesapeake, and eventually over into the eastern shores of Maryland and as well as Delaware too. And by 11 p.m. we're pretty much cleared out, but we have plenty of low-level clouds and moisture, and so once again we'll see some fog build in across the area. Now on Tuesday, you'll notice here around 3 o'clock, right around Arlington here, Fairfax County, and the Beltway, some more showers developing as a front lays on top of you here. This cold front that's coming in from the west today is going to stall right over, I think, I-66, and then places south of there, that's where you see more of the more active weather here kicking in as we go throughout Tuesday and Tuesday night. But today, and notice here, of course, you're in the excessive rainfall outlook around the Beltway here for this afternoon with heavy rains, with rain chances. It could start as early as 1 o'clock, but certainly ramping up around 5 to 7 and then dropping off a little around 9, and certainly more so at 11 and 1 o'clock in the overnight period. There's also a severe outlook here, a marginal risk of seeing severe storms, with the greatest threat here being gusty winds, the highest of them, and then of course the heavy rain being the second threat across the region. On top of all this, while temperatures themselves may not be over 100 degrees, some of the heat indices may or top out at 100 degrees. So that's something to think about as well across the area. So again, you're looking at daily storm chances here with an 8-day forecast that shows we've got numbers that are between 88 and 92 degrees. Not much change over the next 8 days until we hit maybe the weekend. And then Saturday, well, that's when we have a good chance, I think, right now of having some clearer skies.
All right, Scott, thank you. And Montgomery County is planning to make a more connected and vibrant North Bethesda. One grant will help transform the area around the metro station. Here's a look at what to expect in this week's Moco Minute. The Montgomery County Department of Transportation is getting $250,000 in state funding to help make it all happen.
This is going to help MCDOT advance our planning work for expansion of the North Bethesda Metro Station, including construction of a new entrance and development of the roughly 13 acres of property that's sitting there.
The project, known as Project Connect, aims to create a 13.9-acre mixed-use community with housing, shopping, entertainment, and job opportunities, all centered around easy access to transit.
On the opposite corner of this intersection, we have the Pike and Rose development, which is a great urban environment. And this project will let that expand onto this site. So the station will provide easier access to the properties around the intersection of Old Georgetown Road and 355.
Plans include a northern entrance to the metro station and future infrastructure to support the county's Flash Bus Rapid Transit line on 355. Project Connect is a partnership between the county, the Maryland Department of Transportation, and WMATA.
The participation from the Maryland Department of Transportation with their transit-oriented development program is an important step to help us get moving and start to learn what our community wants to see here and make sure that the development plans reflect that.